So two important things on the slide before I jump into this. Firstly, we are a company called Never.no. You'll wonder why the name Never.no. The cheesy answer is because you'll never know when you need our tech. Get that out of the way. But we are actually originally a Norwegian business, but fortunately for you, based here in this building in Manchester. I struggled with what to put on a title. We've been talking about addressable, programmatic, dynamic content, and really what I should have put on here is unchain your production creativity. Because whether we're talking about delivering ads to specific audiences or changing that ad every time, our technology is about unlocking that creative potential. So why am I here talking about this, and why do we fit into this market? Well, we've got a long heritage of working with real-time data, social media, and putting that content into real-time TV broadcasting. So if you're watching Sky Sports or Sky News, or you're this morning or a GMB person, you see a Facebook comment or a poll or something like that, and it's live data, that's coming through our system. That's the audience picking up their phone, their iPad, whatever it is, talking on Facebook, talking on Twitter, or pressing a button, and that data influences the TV broadcast. So many, many years ago, we've been doing competitions, conversations, videos to air, stats, all sorts of stuff, and we thought, wouldn't it be cool if we could do this in advertising? Because if we're getting people to engage with a program more, if we did it in an ad, that's got to be great. And we just thought that was a piece of cake, and then little did we know. But we fixed that problem now, and it is a piece of cake. So we have a cloud-based platform that allows data to come into here and influence, and this is important, influence your creative, not ours. You're building a creative that's either going to be delivered to a specific audience or to a mass audience where you allow that audience to influence the ad. So it's different every time it airs. So that content could be social media, it could be data from your own environments, pricing, could be the weather data, whatever it is, but it's about getting that creative to change every time it's delivered, giving it a lot more impact. So we're about making your creative dynamic. So what story do you want to tell over the course of a campaign? Maybe you want to change it, but you don't know what it's going to change, how it's going to change. You want to have some rule sets to be able to deliver that across a standard ad delivery campaign, across every channel. I just want to deliver it. And I'm talking TV, traditional linear TV here, but of course that can go into digital. And importantly, and what we've seen some great metrics on, is we can make every ad delivery unique. So not just saying this is unique to that audience and I'm delivering the campaign to 20 different audiences slightly differently. I'm meaning every day that that ad airs, it can respond to the audience or the data that's happening that day. So let's have a look at an example of this. So this is a really nice campaign I thought was executed. ITN used this with Oikos, or Danone, for the Oikos product. And the idea was to get people to engage. It was about to grow their social audience as well, but to see the ad and not go and get a cup of tea, or hopefully for them, an Oikos yogurt out the fridge. But how do you get people to just retain and watch the ad? Well, they used our tech to say to people, if you want to be in the ad with sexy Mark, and who doesn't, go to our Facebook page, put in a reason, your photo, and you may be in the ad. Not now, maybe tomorrow, or the day after, or the next time you see it. Hey, I want to start watching Oikos yogurt ads to see if I'm in bed with Mark. So you'll see some things in here. This ran across the ITV network specifically, but could have gone further. You'll see ITV branded logos. They change because of UTV and STV. But importantly, in what you'll see is good old Pam here has been today's successful winner, and she gets a snuggle with Mark. So somebody used the tech to moderate the Facebook content. They said, that's what I want in today's ad. And the ad was delivered with Pam in the ad, but across 2 creative executions with 3 different regional versions. Clock version, there was a Clearcast version, there's a digital version. I think there was about 26 different versions rendered with just one person going, Pam's my woman today to be in the ad. So I'm going to run 2 ads side by side now, and you can try and see those differences.
Guys, let's take 5, eh? Sometimes you just need to get away from it all, right?
Oikos Greek-style yogurt.
I know what you're thinking.
Deliciously tasty.
I want a
For
yogurt.
a chance to see your picture in this TV ad with
So here we've got Emma
upload your
here,
photo and quote
Emma there.
to the Oikos
So you can see
Facebook
the two
page.
different creative
Wait, Sunshine.
versions.
You're in my
So
spot.
that day, it may be picked up in different ways.
Luxurious
People say, hey,
escapes with
how,
Oikos
who's this
on
Emma? How did
STV.
she get in? Emma's having a heart attack. Emma's like ringing a friend. She's going back on Facebook. But interestingly, the reach of this is people are going, what are everybody doing going on Facebook trying to be on this ad? Suddenly you see the ad on linear TV. I want to do that. What am I doing? I'm getting my phone out. I'm posting a photo. So it was really cool, and it was great for Oikos to suddenly see, wow, I've suddenly got a huge Facebook audience growing. People are following yogurt. Who'd have thought it? Brilliant. So, you know, if you haven't gleaned from that, I'm going to say why. Why do people do this? Why are we doing this? Well, we've heard such great information from the guys today about addressable, targeted, as we call it, dynamic. But we're about, well, let's make that, if you're doing a targeted ad to a very small subsect, but you're doing different subsects, how are you going to do the production for that? How are you going to keep those costs sensible? You use a platform like ours. But importantly, it's getting metrics like this. I won't dwell on the details too much, but we've had clients who say, oh, we've had a campaign. This was actually for meat and barbecues. He said, oh, well, we had this huge reach, but we actually got of that reach, which, you know, we're always like, oh, is that a good metric? Almost a third of it, well, just over a third of it, of unique engagements digitally on my linear campaign. That's brilliant. My Facebook audience has grown 30%. That was a scary one. We're not always going up to that one, but 88% purchase intention because they've seen an ad and engaged with it and had fun with the ad. Dwell time gets extended. Brand affinity has been reported up. And a scary one where we've actually seen people who chose to go and watch a Facebook 24-hour live broadcast of, here's your photo on top of a tree, you know, and you can see it, here it is, and now it's gone, now watch the program. People actually chose to go and watch the tree on Facebook just in case their photo was on it. 500,000 views in 2 days. You know, some incredible stuff. So what do we mean by dynamic changes? Well, I think there's 3 things, and we've touched on some of them today. A lot of what we help focus on is applying dynamic social content changes or live data changes into ads so that the audience can respond and see the ad change every day it airs. So every time that airs, it may be people responding, there's a different person in the Oikos ad, or it may be a vote or something like that. But you're doing regular versioning. You want to change that ad every time it airs on your media plan, but without the production costs. It may be just a content change. So forget the social media bit, which is really cool if you're extending that reach on Twitter, Facebook, Insta, and all of that. But what if you want to change your content? What if your stock is changing or your client's stock is changing? It's important that you want to be able to respond to that, again, without the timescales and the production costs. Price changes, content changes. You want a media response. You're going to change it infrequently, and it might be you don't know when that's going to change, but you want to build your plan to respond to that. And this whole idea of addressable targeting. Okay, we've seen some great ideas and examples from Sky AdSmart, but what if I also want to target different homes and really change that creativity? So I want to actually put the landscape vistas in the window behind somebody, you know, talking about selling a car of the area that those people are from. So it's really relevant. I want to change that creative, and I want to be able to do it easy. Our platform works with your creative templates that we help you design to just do that at the click of a button. Now, to give you some examples, this is an oldie but a goodie. And Coke, bless them, enabled us to do something really cool on a very simple example. And I say simple in that the ad creative was done. We had no control over that. But they wanted to just put audience engagement in the ad, and actually, you know, depending on your creativity, I'm not going to put these down because they're superb, but you know, they're not rocket science. They're not integrated into the ad like the Oikos one. But they gave great impact If I play the first one,
¿Cuántas
this
veces
is an ad
escuchaste?
that changed
Nada es
twice a
gratis en la
day
vida.
with messages from people who are watching the ad using
¿Cuántas
the
veces te
Coke
dijeron la
Twitter
magia no
handles
existe?
and hashtags to share a Christmas message to their loved
Ni hablar
ones
del
in the
famoso
hope that they'd be
nada es
one of
para
the, I think there was about 18 in an ad, messages that went on air. So this changed every day, twice a day, across 42 channels in Argentina on the build-up to Christmas throughout December. And that was, you know, a really big first. In Sweden, we did a similar thing, but it was during the old name on a bottle. So what was happening here was we were scraping all the Instagram images of people going share a Coke. Do you remember share a Coke? I mean, what was the point of sharing a Coke? You know, it wasn't shared. Well, this actually made people share it because they were going, I might be on TV tomorrow. So today I'm going to go and get a Coke, do a cool picture, I'm going to use it. The brand's getting all this social engagement in the hope that I'm on the big screen linear delivery. Now, this is the only time I'll talk about a customer having a complaint. This drove a complaint because two girls went to a shop, seen the ad, bought a bottle each with their name on, did a selfie each, sent it, and that night, one of the girls was on TV. The other girl, she made the complaint. I knew I sent it in at the same time, I was with her. Why wasn't I on TV? Yeah, you and a few thousand others, but you know, it's driving interest. Doesn't just have to be pictures in the ad. We did some great stuff with MTV on the Viacom network. I'm all sure you tuned in for the True Love and True Lies when you're desperate to get some more of that dating show action. What was interesting about this, it was a show about people voting off people, but it was pre-recorded. You couldn't influence the show. It wasn't live. So what they did is they ran their own sort of sponsor bumpers and allowed Twitter voting that was going on during the show to be the results of the live ad bumper. So these were being replaced really quickly. Every time they're aired, they're a different result. And there's a couple of important things. I'm just going to play a result. It's not too in-depth for you to get your head round. So we're waiting to know who gets voted off the show, but meantime, I've been on the Twitter app, and I've said, I think, I don't know, Dee and Jade will be leaving tonight. So the sponsored ad bumper comes in, and the results for tonight is, oh we can't hear any sound, but there we go. It's Liv and Lewis. Now, what's interesting about that, you can see there's 4 there. They actually started with 8 people, I think. You could change the color of the background. You could change the faces. You can change how many people in. But the data was live driving that. So the person putting that new campaign on air was literally just going, I want a new one now. Unless I want to change it from blue to black or change some of the faces, just give me a new one now. And the data and the rendering of the ad and the delivery of the ad was unique to the audience's engagement. So that was pretty cool. I'll let this play. You may have seen this year.
Regular eye tests
So-
really matter.
Specsavers
least 50%
ran
of
this
sight
campaign,
loss
and
is
the
avoidable.
creative content was that
Book an
there was
appointment
nothing
today.
more important than getting your eyes tested. But what they wanted to do is make it relevant to what was going on that day. So the creative was built in such a way that they could use our platform, to change the message and the animation and deliver that. So some of it we could plan for, some of it we knew, like the derby. We knew the derby was on, and that was that. But things like this, more important than royal dating games. This is when Meghan and Harry were first spotted holding hands, so it was like, you know, that's the big story. So that's what we'll do. We'll just say, we want to change the creative to say, more than important than royal dating games, put an animation in, and bang, that delivery for that ad had changed that day. So the whole campaign was dynamic and unique, driving a lot more relevance to people seeing it. Something you won't have seen is a customer who had already actually built their ad, but fortunately for them had put their offer in a cool iPad. And we work with them to change that end spot so that what they can do now is they are delivering new offers in their TV ad campaign with 24-hour expiry codes that they haven't decided what they would be. So over a 6-week campaign, every day they can just jump into the system and say, the new offer is buy one, get one free, or whatever I want to sell. So they get a really nice creative running, and they just have that content dynamically inserted into the main creative.
Proměňte své bezstarostné snění v krásný domov na e-shopu
Now,
Bonami.cz.
this is again a really simple
Využijte tento slevový
execution
kód platný pouze dnes
because it's just
a
text
přesvědčte se sami. Bonami,
in
každý
the
den něco
iPad.
z nového.
As you've seen, this can be pictures, it can be video, it could be a whole conversation. So you could shoot something to say, I want a different actor in. So in the system you can say, I want the female actor, and I want it raining, and I want a social image, and I want the price to be this, deliver me a new ad on my media plan as you would traditionally deliver it. So I'm just going to quickly finish on one courtesy of the History Channel, which is one of my favourites, not because it's wildly complicated, but it's just so funny, and I'm watching Vikings at the moment. But if you've seen it, you may have seen the trailer, the very moody moment where the Viking lifts the head up, and you know, that's the scary heart-rendering thing. But how many geeks like me out there want to be in the ad? Well, just do your video selfie and you might be in the next ad. And this is what was generated.
Power is dangerous. This I have always known.
Oh, scary Viking man.
Has given me. Only fools believe they can live
What's cool
forever.
about this is, of course, you can imagine that moment where, I'm on telly. And again, the whole idea of using social where I can deliver messages back. There's no reason, using Twitter, for example, I can't send a message back saying, all of you that have sent in your video, 9 o'clock tonight on this channel, it might be you. Right, I'm going to watch that. I'm going to watch the ads. I don't want to watch the show. I just want to watch the ads to see if I'm in it. And of course, you're then unlocking your social channel to the audience. So it's like, well, why is Scott sending all these messages out or silly videos? You know, that brand and everything about it is now being shared to my network. How could a Coke or Danone with a yogurt ever unlock that? Can you talk about my product on your social network? Wouldn't have thought so. Can I be in your ad? Yes, if you share me on your network. Done. You know, brilliant. So that happened all the time, and then there was a big build-up to a weekly Viking. And of course, that's the one you really want to be in, not just the daily thing, the weekly Viking. What I love about that, he couldn't be asked to get off the sofa. You know, that sort of typifies it, doesn't it? But some great examples. So what we're talking about, transform your video campaigns with dynamic content and real-time data. They can change. You can change that without large production costs. Try and celebrate fan engagements. If you can get people to influence your creative or be part of it and make them the influencer, they're going to start sharing the brand. And drive value by creating unique versions. This isn't about cost anymore. It's about using rule sets that you can change your creative. And it means increase your creative frequency. If every ad is unique, you're going to get much more engagement with it because people want to watch it.